Okay, I'm going to cut fins. I've cut one already, and my setup consists of I put a block back here again and a travel indicator, so when I'm cranking in I can go right to the 0 and then back out, move over, do the next. So I don't have to lift my little flap and watch my dial. I can just look at the indicator. I don't have a digital readout, so anyway, I'm going to set you up here, and I moved over for the second one here. See if I can kind of zoom you in a little bit and get the coolant here in hand. And here we go. Putting a travel indicator on there makes it a lot easier. Well, it'd be really a lot easier if I had a readout, but I don't know. The times that I would use it, you know, when I was in the shop, we never really had it on the lathe. We did after I left. They got it, but I did fine without it. I do like the travel travel dial or the travel indicator that I bought. Back here, I like that. We had one of those in the shop on the turret lathe, and you just set that to 0, and it's you move over for the next pin, which is 181, 100, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1. And I've gotten by with that. I bought it off of, I don't even remember the name now, but on the internet. And I got a good deal on it, so and I've made use of it. It's worked fine for me. So. I'm running at 800 RPM, 93 thou part off fuel. Material 7075 T651. Cutting it like butter, so. Alright. 1. So far it's been cutting it pretty good. This is a head that I scrapped out, so and that should do it. So we can unbolt that. Put one on for real. One of the good ones. And we'll do it all again. And just do them all. They all should be the same as this. So. Okay. That's it. I still have, well, this was, like I say, this was the junker, so I didn't drill and tap the spark plug hole, but otherwise it would, I do need to go in on the good one yet and put a hole in right about here somewhere to hold the exhaust tube in place. And then there's another hole over here that goes in for the rocker arms. The rocker arm bracket goes in here. So when I get done cutting the fins, that's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and put those bolt holes in. But as far as cutting fins, I'm going to do it exactly how I just did this one. No big deal. It actually cut pretty decent. So I will go ahead and proceed with that, and I'll come back when I get them done. Okay, I'm going to take the forge jaw off, where I'm going to set up and do the brass valve guides for the heads. So I need to take the forge jaw off so I can put my 5C collet. My collet tucked in there. Put my board over here and unlock the chuck. It's got 3 pins, three cam locks. This lathe, and there we go. It should come right off. And put that in the cabinet, and I'm going to wipe the taper out of there a little bit. Make sure it's clean and dry and not full of anything. No chips or nothing in there. Grab the adapter here, give that a quick wipe. Just want to make sure there's no chips and it's clean. And just put that in there and just give it a little bit of a wrap. Okay, anyway. The tube that goes in, put that in the back side here, slide that in place, and I'll give you a shot of, I hope, of the end here, how it clamps together, just in case you've never. So I need my Allen wrench here. And this handle and everything just attaches to the back of the lathe. I can't get back any further otherwise. Yeah. Okay, so it's got 2 screws here that mount into this collar. So you just bring that down and line up the screws with the holes in the collar and turn them in so they engage. Sun shining through the window, it's really hard to see. You turn them in until the pins engage. And then you take and lock. And you lock the lock nuts. There's a lock nut on each one of them. And you're ready to go now. So, we're ready to put a chuck in there and clamp up some brass and make some valve guides. So, I can't remember what the diameter of the valve guides are. I think it was 342, if I remember right. It's the hole that we did in the cylinder. They have to be press fit into that. So I'll start with some 3/8 material, I hope. A bent up piece here. Got a bend in it that's been laying around for a while, and that's 375. Actually, it's material that I use to make gear, because the gear, there's remnants of gear on the end. There's remnants of gear splines on the end. So now I get a 3/8 collet here. Stick that in there. And it's the adapter has a key in it, so you got to find the slot to the key. Sometimes it's a bugger to find. There it is. And we just thread it in until it's clamps. A little more. A little more. Ah, there we go. Alright, what's going on here? My adjustment collar, it came loose on the back side. I'll have to adjust that in. All right. So, well, I guess I could turn the OD for press fit into that. Into the heads. Face it off. And kick the RPM up to 1400. And turn the E-stop off. 75, so my feet on. see where we're at. All right, we're at 352. So it'll only take about 10 I might have to face or part that end off with that spline. 281 and 240. And yeah. One, 2, and 81. Oh, it'll just make it. That's got to be a 240 diameter there. I think that fits into the spring, or the spring fits around that up on top. I'll have to wind the spring too, or wind springs, because I don't think I have what I need, which is no big deal. I think I got the music wire for it. What did I say? What did I say it was? Alright, I'll take 40 thou. Okay. Keep looking at the drawing here. Need to get my paperweight out here. Alright. So we want 240, we're at 260. So it's 20 thou. Okay, that diameter's done. The camera going to focus there or not? I'm not sure if it's focusing or not. And now we want 375. I'm just going to set my dial here. 1, 2, 3, and 75. And I'm going to set a 0 there. Okay. And that's how far we want the 241. Actually 242, 243. Before I go any further, I'm going to take an annoyance away that one thing on this lathe that really annoys me, and I should actually fix it, is the weight of this handle. If you're up here turning, it vibrates and then it drops, and when it drops, boop, it'll back it up a thou. It'll do it every time. So I just take it off. I just take the damn thing off Yeah, you can't crank in and out real fast, but I don't need to. It's very annoying. What I should do is make one out of plastic, because that's awful heavy too. Someday, I guess. So now we can go back to. Now I don't know where I'm at, so I'll back up and back in and cut. So I'm going to take 10 thousandths and then I'm going to zero it there. I'm going to check those pins on my fixture just to make sure I'm right. .42. So I want to go 5, 8, 13 thousandths. So I'm going to go 10. 12. I'm going to go 12 thou. Yeah, that handle really bites. Okay, so right now we're at 243. I'm going to get the head over here and see what it feels like. Okay, won't. I'm going to crank it in 2 thou. I'm going to put a lead on it, basically. I'm just going to go maybe 50 thou. And then I actually should, no, it's all right. Let's see if that'll go in. That's a 2 thou under. Yep. So that's what I want to do right there. Back it off again. I'm only going to try to take only a thou. That should be a nice press fit. Okay. I'm wondering if I shouldn't press them in and then go in and drill and ream the hole, because I'm thinking that's what I should do. Instead of drilling and reaming and pressing it and then fiddling around, if I collapse it, then I have to ream it again anyway. A lot of times that works a lot better. Although this would be more concentric. Nope, I'm going to drill and ream them here. So, because I have to flip it around to do the backside. Just going to hit that with a little bit of emery here to smooth that end. And this is so I get a drill and ream. Drill and ream a hole through that. The valve guide, or the valve stems are going to be 156 diameter. Well, I'm going to have to look to see if I got a reamer. Oh, I gotta round up some tools, so I'm gonna have to cut away here and round up some tools, and then when I get this turned, I'll show you the end product of what it's gonna look like. And I'll press them in. I'll press them into the heads, and then the only thing left on the head is to get the valves made and then lap them. They'll lap a flat around the backside for a valve seat on the holes. I'll put it through the valve guide and put some lapping compound on and then lap those. And then it'll be just the rocker standoff, a little standoff that holds the rocker arms. And then the heads should be pretty much complete. So we're getting close.